Hello everybody and welcome back to the Anne of Green Gables anime. And today we're doing episode 18, Anne to the Rescue. Sorry, Anne Rescues Minnie May. Anne to the Rescue is the name of the book chapter, sorry. So yeah, what exactly happened to Minnie May and what does she need rescue from exactly? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, shouldn't we? Alright, so you all know how this goes, so let's just go. 3, 2, 1, click. Alright, time to end this particular arc. In the meantime, I'm taking a look at another thing that I find really really funny about this game. This is also for via this episode, we're going to, and by extension the book, we're going to get a little sneak peek of a political discussion in the 19th century a bit.
Goody.
So it's and the stuff that we learn that apparently was a thing back then is kind of interesting. Let's just say. All right. And goes off into her planet where she's needed.
Well, at least it's not like Michael Bay that is set in the Planet Magic Hour.
Well, this shot kind of is in the Planet Magic Hour, kind of.
I guess. A bit.
Alright, Anne rescues Minnie May.
Anne of Green Gables.
And we also see the passage from autumn to winter.
Oh, Anne's learning to behave herself.
Not just that, Jova. Ever since then, both her and Gilbert Blythe are kind of now in an academic rivalry of sorts.
Ooh.
This is how the romance begins.
There you go. Both of them are always top of their class.
I will show the world that I am better than him.
I have to stand next to him one more time. I'm gonna smash up the blackboard.
Jesus.
Again, wouldn't be out of place in Hinamizawa.
Well, remember, Tio, she smashed the blackboard over his head.
Yes, Liz, we saw it too.
But the show's called Anne of Green Gables, not Shirley of Green Gables.
Oh, that's his name, Shirley.
Oh yeah, it's another cool thing. Marilla's gonna see the Prime Minister.
Ooh.
How neat.
Which means Anne now is to take care of the house. All right. Now, if I remember correctly, we're about to get... Yeah, just to check this out. I love Anne's monologue. I forgot this entire scene. It's great. Well, after she's done with the homework.
Now this is definitely looking like a Studio Ghibli piece from the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember, this is Ghibli Alpha that we're watching.
The way those shadows played off of the steam pod harkens, I guess, forward to a Ghibli film.
What? Oh.
I swear, why are they trying to change everything? Math is math. And with that obvious meme out of the way, let us continue.
And yes, when academically speaking, this is Anne's Achilles heel, geometry.
To credit, that one bit was actually funny and relatable. God damn.
Wait till algebra, kid.
That's where the real fun begins. They'll even tell you it will save your life one day.
And then wait for Algebra 2 GB. And then there's pre-calculus. And then there's AP calculus.
Yeah, well, he's an asshole for a reason. Oh, I love it. I think it's now. Listen here, I love this.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Ah.
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 What?
Oh, was it?
Was
Okay.
was that a thing in the 19th century?
Between this and that line in Sailor Moon that talks about Italian banning people from kissing in the street, I get the idea Japan doesn't really know how politics works.
Yeah, I think.
Oops.
The mind does wander.
By the way, Theo, we're also going to get a proper acknowledgement of Matthew's quietness
Okay.
and how Anne sees it. So that's really going to be a good payoff for that as well.
How nice to know.
So let me get this straight. If I want to court a woman, I have to make sure I agree with her. Oh, sorry.
Shit's about to get real.
But I'm not a doctor.
That's the problem with most of the people in Avonlea went to see the Prime Minister, so there's nobody to help, including doctors even. Listen here.
Mm-hmm. How convenient.
And remember, because Anne treated children for so long, she's familiar with common children illnesses, and she's gonna get is it ipecac that you pronounce it to?
Well, yes, I guess. But okay, to be fair, ipecac is a stimulant for vomiting, which used most in case you have an intoxication in your stomach, and you have to, pull away that stuff.
Exactly.
Look at that snowy background. Look at all the shadows painted. You will enjoy it.
Got it.
I don't know, Mr. Miyazaki. They're not leaving footsteps in the snow. I can't say that it's...
Hey, that's up to the animators, not me. I just draw these layouts, okay? But yeah, like I was saying, so let me get this straight. If I want to quote
There's
a
your
woman...
bloody footprint.
Oh,
There you
now
go. There's your bloody footprints.
Thank you.
So let me get this straight. If I want to court a woman, I have to make sure that the father is an atheist and that the mother is well, I'm not really political.
No. It's the mother that's about the
religious
religion and the
and
father that's about the
politics.
politics.
Okay, I have to make sure that the mother is an atheist. Like that would make courting in the 19th century must have been a fucking pain.
I get the
It
feeling,
was easy, Pedro, because everybody conformed.
Oh, of course.
and by conform we mean lied their asses off.
90 degrees.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Freeway!
It sounds like she swallowed Free Willy.
Yeah, calm down, Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Come again.
Wow, what?
Croup. She said croup, dude. I don't know what you...
I thought you said Kung Lao for some reason.
No, dweebs.
Yeah, listen here.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, the time before we had air humidifiers.
Yep.
Well, back then it was actually technically a bit easy. Just boil water and the steam will do that.
Remember those twins she had to take care of? Both of them had croup, apparently. And since Anne liked to read a lot, she actually read into this. There you go.
Don't worry, this'll taste wonderful.
But the logic there is that she's trying to get her to cough.
Mm-hmm.
Right, will this work?
It's gonna be basically
It's the only way, dweebs,
this
for
is
the
gonna-
time being.
this is gonna be an all-night thing. Because unfortunately, it's not that simple. Diana.
Yeah.
Oh, when I'm telling someone not to raise their voice, something's really serious.
Yeah,
It's called out of character moment is serious business, dweebs.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
yeah, I
even
know-
about to say
I-
it. There you
I
go.
know that.
There you go. Yeah, she even admitted it. Unlike Anne, Diana's not used to something like this. Anne is cold-blooded because she's been through this.
Or cool, more like.
There you go. See, guys. Matthew prefers to be useful over being talkative.
Still,
Where is the substitute? Seriously.
again, the great Canadian healthcare system.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wow.
Hey, let's go to the chemist. Oh, wait, they're out too.
Try not to panic.
Looks like we're going to be alone for the duration.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
again, it also.
Again,
There we go.
romanticized for the sake of not squeaking too much at the audience. Let's just say there's a lot more bodily fluids involved.
Obviously.
Yeah.
That being said, I do appreciate the fact that Lucy even mentions about how we have to humidify the air. Because the reason she has so much trouble is because the air is too dry and shit like that. So I do like the fact that the details basically.
Mm-hmm. Then deeds.
And there you go. Matthew was actually able to find the doctor that didn't.
I guess he went to Gary. I forgot the name. Sorry. There you go, that's the name. That doctor looked like a Osamu Tezuka character.
Yeah, he does.
Damn it, Anne. I'm a doctor or a psychiatrist.
You see, there I was, back to back, with Jesus Christ at my back, as I settled to give her the
yeah.
medicine.
Yes. Oh, also surprisingly understanding position. Normally, doctors, especially around this part of the century, were complete dicks who will not let anyone else do their work.
All right, here's the and.
Yeah.
Yes, Tips?
Yeah, is that what that Patch Adams film was trying to get at but failed?
Let's
Yes.
not.
Yes.
It's a lot of different labels with.
Suddenly the world feels more beautiful when I'm not worrying about somebody's life.
Oh.
But
No school skipping.
actually, she's exactly saying that because she doesn't want Gilbert Blatt to get ahead of her.
You got
But in the future,
up anyway.
that said, though, in the future he may end up on top of you.
And then, like in the rest of development bit, the next day, Gilbert did indeed
My
get ahead of
work
Anne
here
in
is
school.
done. I
That's-
didn't do anything.
That's exactly what he's about to say, actually, too.
What a jolly doctor.
I know,
Well,
right?
Walter, they can all be dicks, certainly.
Oh, true, yeah. I mean, honestly, there were still some well-meaning doctors back in the day.
I mean, they can all be assholes.
Tell that to Bob Kelso.
I love Merlin's comment about the Prime Minister. Now, listen to this.
Ooh.
That's also in the book as well. It's just some really good basic banter. I like that.
Thank goodness you had the medicine to deal with it still.
You must beg for my forgiveness.
Wow, Anne seems very, very eager to see this woman beg for her forgiveness.
Well, it's more so to see Diana, actually.
Considering her personality, I also get the idea she wants to, to make sure everything is alright.
And at least go with your code. It would be
Whee!
very
The
anticlimactic.
excitement is the excitement is the only hit she needs.
Of course. Yeah, seriously, that one song really was an outlier with how hard to hear the lyrics were. All these other lyrics seem to be coming in nice and fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, recycle pastries for animation budget, might as well. Still, again, like you said, even on a TV budget, the food still looks very good. It's like in GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka, like Gables said. Yeah, the potato is leaping.
Sounds like a blood vow.
And they also get to learn to cook a bit more. Why not?
Yay.
Eh?
So does the dough look beautiful too? What do you think?
The type of food? Yes, again. Okay, I don't know what exactly are they preparing. I guess it's like a cake or something because they're preparing
I
the...
think they said toffee.
Okay, I actually don't know what that is. Let me check.
It looks like they're playing with a Stretch Armstrong doll. Like,
to be fair, a lot of the dough prepare for something like, say, both, bread.
oh my crap! The kitty almost got forked from the door. Did you notice that?
Jesus.
Get off the food.
You piece of shit.
Bad kitty! Bad kitty!
Here we go again.
Da-da.
Yay, the cat stepped in our food.
This is why the cat doesn't have dinner this night.
But yeah, I think they're making toffee.
Oh, they're a type of candy. Okay.
Very chewy.
I'm not really into sweets and candies like that, so I just didn't know. Well, it only took a near-death experience, but friendship is now restored.
Yes.
Well, more so the fact that now we can just be friends in the open, because the friendship technically never died.
True.
And all it took was a little girl nearly dying.
Yeah, Mariela's face once again says it all. Yes, go.
So I can have a moment of peace. Oh, I'm sure.
You know, you said he'll definitely say yes a lot. I'm sure
Yeah, like
that's
3
not
times.
I'm sure that's not setting up for any disappointment.
Well, let's see what South African Albert Wesker has to say. Of course.
There you go, Dwez. There you go, Dwez. For the next episode, the Anne is happy. There you go.
A meteor will show up at that birthday party,
Okay,
launch there,
that's a
and
bit
end
too
up
extreme.
sending Anne
kills
forward
everybody.
through time.
No, it just kills everybody. But hang on, how many episodes are in this series?
50.
So, if in the next episode, and then everyone in Green Gables gets killed by a meteor. What are they going to do with the other 31 episodes?
Like I said, Dwibs, Anne would actually get sent forward in time.
Get your Makoto Shinkai fanfic out of here.
I love how you knew what I was referencing with that.
Like seriously, that's something. It would be really stupid to have a realistic slice of life story, only to then suddenly throw something stupidly interdimensional.
It does work with Higurashi. Sorry.
Yeah, it does work with Higurashi.
I guess.
So that was episode 18 of Anne Who Chases Lost Voices.
No.
Final thoughts?
No, like I really, again, now of course, the payoffs like these are all the sweeter when you watch it in context with all the build-up. Again, everybody grows, and of course, and again, Anne's deeds, of course, make sense when you know her full history, which is why you should watch these episodes in order, like we were talking about previously. And yeah, it's a really good use of her skills, and of course a great character experience for everybody involved. That just fleshes out everybody involved in general. All right. Before I finish, all right. In the meantime, okay. So so when we talk about diphtheria a bit, if you don't mind.
Diphtheria, sure. Well, okay. In case you don't know, but you might have surmised from the episode itself, croup is, a respiratory type of disease, specifically an infection, specifically more for a virus. But in the Italian version, if I recall correctly, it's instead translated as diphtheria.
In the book, it's the same thing. They call it croup, and it's ipecac, and they treat it the exact same way. This is basically copy-pasted from the book. What happens is, based on something that me and read a while, is that apparently back in the 19th century, they just called it croup, even though...
that's right. I forgot about this. Yes, it might be also because of that. They just essentially refer to... They did not have complete specifications of a particular disease, so they instead, put it in a more generic type of group.
So basically, from what I can tell, Lucy just knew it as croup because people just called it croup back then. It seems like that might have been the idea. So again, obviously, with first medicine has advanced since then. So of course, now we have some more specific terms for specific variations of diseases. So of course, and again, combined with the fact that Lucy's not a doctor, of course, she might get a few details wrong here and there. But again, those details don't really harm the story in general. Anyway, they're just nice little things to, at the very least, talk about, just to address that stuff. I figured it would be nice to address that. Aside from that, too, what do you think of Anne's medical intervention?
I mean, for a first aid type of thing, she knew what to do. Again, as it's showcased, and I'm mostly guessing it's also like that in the book.
Yeah, it is.
Mostly guessing in the anime. The key component is always not to lose your cool. The moment you panic, essentially things get worse. What she was applying to was essentially just that first solution that were only to expel the potential mucus that the infection tends to do. Again, be glad that this didn't went fully realistic because it certainly didn't need it. So again, it's a bit romanticized and essentially did all the job it was supposed to do. And again, and also glad that the book and the extension, this takes the time to also mention even minor details like the humidity of the air, how it has to be regulated. Again, it's nice to see an author that does their research on when it comes to dealing with stuff like that instead of just surmising and we'll just call it a day because who knows, am I right? So yeah, pretty neat. Next.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it's nice to have an episode like this where I guess to use her experience with from the past and use it to help someone else.
Mm-hmm. Now it all has meaning.
I mean, it always had meaning in the first place. But...
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's about it.
All right, Jova.
It was a good progressive episode. One to get things moving along here and there and showing off her know-how. And essentially a nice triumphant return to the friends being allowed their public affection for one another. Good things all around here and there. They can be friends out in the open again, and things can move forward. Good stuff.
Shiroi.
Same as Jova. And that's really it.
All right, and that was Anne Rescues Minnie May. Tune in next time for episode 19, which is called Diana's Birthday, which is that an adaptation of chapter 19, a concert, a catastrophe, and a confession.
Lucilla wanted some alliteration.
Yes. See ya,
Sounds
everybody.
like fun.
See ya then.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.